I do all the behind the scenes stuff so they can't fall out. Shiny the balls and stuff, you know.
Okay, so this is the way I like to do it, just to save everyone a whole bunch of confusion. So, qualified for normal ADT, okay? They're going to qualify either with a passing credit or a no good credit. Alright? Ideally, if you want to make your full commission on financing, you want to get at least a 600 credit. Alright? $575, you still make $300 up front if you finance. Then I'm qualifying for Smart Home Pay. As if I haven't finished the qualification process yet, right? So I qualify Lamont, yeah, and what's the birthday for you, Lamont? Yeah, cool. And I don't tell him whether he passed or failed, I just get that credit. I'm like, okay, 625, bet. Then I do email, verbal password, emergency contact. And I go, yeah, how much you make? Cool, yep. And then what's your social? Qualify for that. Now I'm ready to drop price because I know what I'm dropping price for. If they're a renter, I copy the phone number in the emergency contact. I close the whole lead. Okay? Do you know what a lead is? When you press that blue plus button and it pulls up a house or the customer qualification page, that means it's a lead. Every single thing you do is going to save to that lead. So I close the whole thing. I cannot run two Smart Home Pays on the same lead. Okay? It'll give you an error 500. So I close the whole thing. I go back out. I press the plus button again. Start a fresh lead. Now I put the wife in. Okay? Put her phone number in. Refill out. Go back in Smart Home Pay. Qualify. She passes. Oh yeah, sorry, yeah. And your wife's social? Cool. And I just make it as if it's all part of the qualification process. I don't go, oh, I'm sorry, I need to close out my lead. And oh yeah, the API didn't generate properly, so it didn't save. Shut up. Just sit there with the iPad, look down, punch in, next one. Punch it in, next one. After I have all of the information needed, so they're like, well, how much is it? I'm like, yep, I'll get to that. I just need to make sure that you guys qualify. I don't want to overpromise, under-deliver. Boom, 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 boom. Especially if it's a renter. Don't let a renter give you lip. Seriously, like, yeah, just keep going through it. If the push through.
Silence renter.
Silence. And then I'm doing the normal sale. I do the whole, once they qualify for Smart Home Pay, I don't mention anything about Smart Home Pay. I don't mention anything about the email. I don't mention anything about the password. Zero. Nothing. If they qualify for Smart Home Pay, I drop price at $86.99. And I tie them down to that price by getting the billing for that price. So they go, okay, it's $86.99. How did you guys want to do the month to month? Checking account or debit card? Or debit card. Money. Punch it in. Then, after I have the billing information, right, and they've agreed to $86.99, I've got the app on the phone, then I go back and I do the Smart Home Pay. Because they've already agreed to that price, I've already got their information, and then I can just take their phone, do the password, yoink, select offer, copy the billing from the iPad into the phone, yoink, yes, auto pay, send OTP, yoink, and then press the green button, submit Smart Home Pay, over, DocuSign, done. Does everyone understand that?
Yeah.
Yes? Paige looking at me confused out. That's because you need to close your own deal, son. So, when I get to billing, then I go back and explain the bill once I have their billing. Because I've tied them down to that price. So they have agreed, I like this price, $86.99. They give me their billing. I'm like, hey, actually, Lon, the best part about this program, like I said, we're paying all the upfront costs. We just roll any equipment costs into the month-to-month at $86. Best thing is, after that drops off, your bill lowers to $88, which is the best part. Now, we set up the bid for ADT. We're just going to take care of the equipment thing. If you go into your email real quick, we'll just set you up the password. Boom, boom, boom. And just like with DocuSign. Right? Okay, copy the billing over. Or say, yeah, we're just going to put the billing in one more time. Just want to punch it in. They put it in. If they're old, I'll just take it and I'll just punch it in. If they're young, like, yeah, just put it in one more time. It's going to come out as 2 separate payments. The total is just 86. I'm like, well, how much is it for? I'm like, the best part is, everything's the best part. The best part is, we stretch it out over 60 months for you guys, so it's not a big burden. It's not a contract. If you guys want to pay it off tomorrow, then you can pay it off tomorrow. It's just a payment plan, which is cool. Obviously, it's a contract in the sense they have to pay it all, but it's not on a time frame. Like, they have to be paid within 60 months. But they could pay it in 36 if they wanted to. They could pay it in 48. they get paid in a week if they wanted to. So that's really clear. The 36 months is a contract. They have to stay for the 36 months. The 60 months is just a payment plan. They can pay that off whenever they want. Does that make sense? ADT, have to stay with ADT for 36 months. Smart Home Pay, 60 months payment plan. But they can pay it off quicker. They could probably honestly call Smart Home Pay. I don't know. I'm guessing because it's a loan that they could change the amount that comes out each month. They could pay it off quicker if they wanted to. Or they could make a bulk payment. Or they could do, there's so many ways you can do it. So just say, yeah, the best part is when it's all wrapped up, your bill's actually getting lower. It's not like the stupid dish on the side of your house where it gets more expensive. And like, oh, that's cool, nice. I'm like, and while you're with us, everything's price lock guaranteed. Now, if you want to log into that email, we'll set up that password for you, okay? Cool? Clear as mud? Questions?
Clear as mud.
All right? Good. All right.
Daniel Moser.
Let me talk about Smart Home Pay until billing. All right, who we got? Who's numbers?
Got the numbers.
Matt.
Matt.
Which market are we using? Not the permanent one, the black one is not bad. I believe so.
You're ready.
Watch the pad, Dad.
That's good as fresh.
Alright, Nate. What we got? Nate! I got one yesterday. And I need 3 finance today. If we get 3 finance, I get the cruise. Ooh.
One clap. One clap.
Nate's on cruise by myself.
By itself.
Kyle. 1, 2. Let's go. One clap. Lamont. 0. I'm getting 3 today.
Yes, sir.
Which one? Sugar free. This Red Bull.
Mike.
1, 2.
One clap. Zach.
1 3 today.
One clap. Corey.
0 4.
This one's a trophy?
No, the red one.
Here you go.
This is just sitting out there.
Caleb.
0 2.
Do that on remember the thing?
Right, yeah.
Cooper.
1, 1.
Let's go, Coop. Andrew. One clap. One clap.
It's not common, so
Alex.
0 2.
All right. Grady.
Not here.
You got
I got 3.
But he got 2 yesterday, didn't he?
3.
3.
What
He's at 12 in the week.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Free cherry. Free cherry.
Maddie.
Alrighty. Mike P.
0 2. What you do?
2.
0 0.
Okay. Colton.
2, 2.
Yes, sir.
Alright. 2 spot. Cam. Key.
1, 2.
Sir, Key. One clap.
Yeah, Rod.
Are you keeping on him?
Yeah, I'm getting another. 0, 2.
Okay.
Hold back, Roddy. Yes, sir.
Colin.
Good thing you was having a
1 2.
What they was holding you back?
One clap. Brian.
1 1.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Wayne.
Bagel 2.
Wayne. Make it Wayne.
Robbie. 2, 3. 2 spot. 2 spot. Sean.
0, 1.
One clap.
0, 1.
One clap.
0, 1.
0, 1. 0, 1. My bad.
Take back your clap.
Alright, undo it. One. And then undo that one too. Well, because we had to clap to make a noise, so we have to clap to undo the noise.
Michael.
Yeah.
Supposed to be like no noise.
Yeah.
Well, it is a noise while we're undoing it.
0-2.
It's backwards. A clap forward is the same as clap backwards.
Yeah, man.
Just backwards.
Would you get back?
You ready for this? You ready for this? This is in forward mode. This is in reverse mode.
Yeah, man. It looks like a clap to me, bro.
Wait, what? Johnny. Sorry. 1, 2.
Sir.
One clap. Jonah. Or Johan, sorry.
That's his new nickname.
0-1.
0-1.
We're just gonna spell it with a Y next time.
Line for a 0-1.
Johan.
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 Khalid.
0-1.
Fix it. Come on, we got that today.
Juan. Is Juan here?
Juan's still in high school.
Juan. Ramon.
Ramon!
Ramon in here?
Raymond? Raymond
He got
Hills?
one. He had one.
Where's me?
Where's he at?
Ramen?
Where's Ramon?
Ramen?
We gotta text me.
The speed of Ramon, I'm sure he won 3, so that's what I'm gonna put.
He got 2 though.
Hey,
Oh, you got 2?
I thought he got one.
I'm pretty sure I only got one yesterday.
Yes,
You got 1.
It was the day before yesterday.
Well, it's not here, so.
This guy's here.
Yes.
Alright, good job on the numbers, let's go.
Yeah, baby.
Johnny. So easy, so easy. Johnny's got the sales roll.
Johnny.
Okay, so if a security consultant's notice of cancellation rate exceeds 5%, they'll be deducted 50 per notice of cancellation on the back end. If the notice of cancellation rate exceeds 10%, then they'll be deducted 100 per notice of cancellation on the back end.
That's crazy. Everyone understand what an NOC is, though.
No cancellation 3 days.
Yeah, but what does that mean? Like, when you get an NOC, what does that mean? That means it was installed and it got ripped out. So nobody's making money when that happens. So,
Besides the tax.
yeah, if you just cancel it, it just doesn't get installed, that's fine. But like, if you're having 10% of your deals with rip outs, then you get, just so y'all know what an NOC is.
Johan, get the spot.
Never let success get to your head, and never let failure get to your heart.
Oh yeah.
One more time. I didn't do that.
Never let success get to your head, and never let failure get to your heart.
I like that.
Chase, what are you thankful for, buddy? Chase.
I'm thankful for my dad.
Too much fun!
I'm thankful for my dad because without him I wouldn't be out here.
You're
he's
right.
provided
You
for
need
me
that
for my
sack.
entire life. So, I'm also thankful for Jesus because he's the real reason we're all here. So
That's a good one.
Leave that sack, Mike.
Show us what you learned, bro. Hey, get up.
Oh, this is a lot of pressure here. A lot of pressure.
Yes, sir.
T's and C's.
I'm excited.
You got that, Robbie.
Yeah, you do it, right?
Hey,
Hey, how you doing?
Hey sir, are you by chance the homeowner here?
Yes, man.
Hi, sir. My name is Philly. I work with ABT. I've been working with a couple of your neighbors up and down the street. Do you know Miss Linda down there?
Yeah, I do.
Well, we've been chatting about the recent crimes in the area. Have you seen? I'm sure you've seen this sign.
Yeah, I've seen that sign before.
Well, perfect. What we're actually doing is we're picking two homes off First Street space outside in the front yard. The benefits. Oh,
You got it, bro. You smooth.
Good.
we're picking two homes outside in the front yard.
Okay. Why is the sign in the front yard?
Oh, the reason why we want our sign in the front yard is for advertising. By advertising our sign, we're gonna hook you guys up with 2 cameras of your choice.
Really? What cameras do I get?
Well, you see right here, you get a front doorbell camera that goes on the front of the house, and you get an outdoor camera that goes, on the carport area, you want to put it outside.
Over the carport?
Well, yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I definitely need one of those. My windows just got broken into. So,
Wait, and we do door windows.
You got it. You got it.
We put security things on the windows.
On the windows too?
Yeah, we do that.
Gotcha. Well, how much is it?
Well, it's actually, we actually pay for the upfront, we pay for the upfront cost, so you wouldn't be coming out with anything out of pocket today. So, yeah.
Gotcha. And as far as the front doorbell camera goes, is that 24/7 or?
Yeah, it's 24/7. It records everything.
Gotcha. And what is that? What is that motion detector? What is that?
The motion detector assists the stuff in the front of the house, so you know you would be able to. It would detect the stuff in the front.
Gotcha. Well, I definitely like it. When do I get installed?
Well, can I take a seat? I can sit down.
Total lay down.
I got the P's and C's.
Total lay down.
So, super handsome. Yeah. Strong pro. Honestly, for real, that's gonna get you far. Good smile. Energy was good. You know what the main pro was? You just kept going. You kept going. You was rattling off a bunch of bull crap, but you just kept going. And people, like, they know what it does. They know what security is. They know who ADT is. You just kept going. That was awesome. Just keep getting familiar with the pitch, man. Great job. Good job. So, yeah, doorbell camera doesn't record 24/7.
Motion detectors go inside.
One thing though, whenever you make shoulders, so you brought them here, and then you step back out in front, and once you got them here, just keep them here.
Also, whenever he told you that somebody broke into his car, like, ask him about it. Ask about, what they take. Oh my god, how was that? That probably was terrible, huh? So that way they start feeling bad and they want to buy something.
Make them think you care about them.
That's right.
Make you think you care about it.
Yeah, we don't care about the actual at all.
I think we do.
Is that a Caleb line?
We'll give a shit about these people. I really want the $4.99 Ackies.
They don't have it.
Brian says about it. How's that saving though? Saving grandma?
So I'm gonna do the training today. You guys all know who Jordan Belfort is?
Yeah,
Wolf of Wall Street. That movie Jones is like my favorite movie.
2 Percocets.
That's fine.
So I just read one of his books, The Way of the Wolf. The Way of the Wolf, and he drops a lot of like his tactics on how he built that organization. And the dope part about the book, it was like he had guys in like your guys' age, like 17, 18, making $200,000-$300,000 a year. Like it was insane. And he taught them what it was called the straight line selling system, which is what I'm going to go over today, or at least just a piece of it because it's this long-winded thing. But he believes that there's 3 things that we need to make sure to keep a beat on or a pulse on inside the cell. Ready to have a question, Kyle?
No, I know the answer.
You know the answers? All right, let's go. You'll be my teacher's pet for today.
Right.
So, when we're going through the cell, we have to keep a pulse on the cell, right? So like you get inside the house and you're like, how is this cell going? Do they like the product? Do they like the value of it? And there's 3 key things that we have to kind of focus on. Do we have any ideas what those 3 things might be?
The company, the person.
There we go, Brian. Company.
Straight line.
High product
What's the
service.
question again?
Company,
What are
the
the
product.
3 things? So, there's probably a better way to word it. So,
The company.
when
and
we're
you.
inside the cell, I'm just going to give it to you guys. We have to keep a pulse on the cell. We have to know how much the customer values the system, the product that we're selling. And so that's the major one. Value. The second one is,
Price.
that's actually inside the product. It's all the value. If we can build the value of the system, then we can build the value of everything
Yourself.
else. Yourself. That's a major one. Let me drop this one down here.
Yes.
Thought you knew all this stuff, Kyle.
Huh?
Thought you knew all this stuff.
I did. I was just letting everybody else know.
Yeah, you're trying to keep up with me, Kyle.
Keep up with me on the leaderboard, buddy.
Catch up.
Oh,
You must be Mester, because you can't catch up, bitch.
We're gonna get demonetized.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I'm an investor.
So when you're in there selling and you're trying to make money, right? You're trying to close the deal. And they love the product. We've got Google cameras, we've got the ADT equipment, we've got like the top tier product in the game right now. They can love the product, but if they don't like you, are you gonna sell it?
No.
If they love you but they don't like the product, are they gonna sell it?
Yes.
Unlikely.
Sometimes, maybe,
Sometimes.
maybe. If they love the company but they hate the product, but that doesn't really make sense.
That's, yeah, no, that doesn't.
And so, thankfully, since we're with ADT, mainly everyone already knows about ADT. We already come for a step up in that game. And so, how I kind of like to think about things when I'm inside of my cell is I rate everything on a scale of 1 to 10. How do they like the product, 1 to 10? Have I built the value? How do they like the company? Since we're with ADT, we at least come in at like a 7 or 8. You know, everyone's heard of ADT, their grandma's had ADT, we've got the top equipment, and so there's not much that we have to sell on that. But the product, a lot of these folks have no idea about the products that we have to offer, right? And so what we need to do in order to get this, so most of the customers that we come into, we're like, hey, I'm sure you guys have looked at cameras, right? Yes. Like, yeah, I've looked at cameras, yeah. Maybe they're at a 7. If he was like, yeah, I've kind of looked at cameras, I'm gonna say they're at about a 5 right now, okay? My job is to get them up to 10, okay? How do we get a 5 to a 10?
Crime drop.
Crime drop, yeah. Crime drop, why crime drop?
It builds urgency for getting the cameras, and it builds value on the product because they see the benefit. Fear is a motivator. Yeah, fear is a good motivator, yeah.
And so if they come in at a 5 and they're like, yeah, I mean like that, they're like 50-50. They're like,
Quality.
hey, that kind of sounds good. Yeah, the quality of the product. You break down features, benefits, we'll say quality.
Convenience.
Convenience.
It's a big one. Okay. Skip over.
It's super important that we have all of these 3 things inside of a cell. I find myself sometimes coming in and selling the shiz out of the product. ADT's already good, I might hype us up a little bit, but the customer doesn't trust me. I'm like a 6'8" black guy, so I've always got to be like super like nice with the old ladies and the people, and so like they're super alarmed when I come inside the house. And sometimes I have to, and you can notice too, like when you get inside the house and they're always like, they let you inside the house, but they're still kind of standing by the door. You know, like their hand is on the door. If they're sitting down and they're being super short with you, that's because they don't know you, like they don't trust you. And so that gets into building yourself. And so if they come in, that's why it's super important that, like, how do we sell? How do we get them to like us?
Ask them if they're a believer.
That's one way. That's one way. But yeah, if you've got like that similarities,
be
ask
genuine
about themselves. Caleb, yeah, if you've got similarities, then everyone will group upon similarities that you have in common. So if it's like, hey, dope car, I know nothing about cars, and so I'll sound like an idiot saying, hey bro, nice like BRZ 2500, you know, like some stupid shit. But if it's like, I'm sort of a green thumb, so if I see like dope landscaping, I'm like, yeah, that's a really cool hydrangea you got there. Like, if they care about that stuff, now they trust me. Like this guy, like, oh, you know what that is? I'll literally have people be like, oh, you know your stuff. It's like, yeah, you know, I used to do a little landscaping in my day. Those small things get people to like us, and it's super important that when you're inside that cell, that you're always gauging where that customer's at on how much they like you.
What are some other things you can say on the doorstep, Lamont, to get people to, like, just some back and forth chitter chatter, to get the conversation to breathe?
Yeah, and so every time I come to the door, hey, you the boss man here? Yeah. Have you been living here as long as some of the other folks?
Sure.
Were you born and raised here? No shit, like what's it like growing up out here? Yeah. What's it like growing up out here? Oh really? Yeah, I'll always tell people, yeah, I've been